listen to the sound of that. Okay, ready for the neutral drop? 3, 2, 1. Hey guys, what's going on? This is Josh from Spotted Euros, and today we are going to show the transformation. I am sitting in my 2002 Volkswagen Jetta wagon. We picked this up a couple of weeks ago, and guess what? It was ugly, it was full of trash, and it really didn't look good. So before we get into showing, I don't want to show too much of the car, but before we get into showing the kind of end result, let's take a look at when we first looked at this car. I remember it just like it was yesterday. Euros, and we're at the auction. The hunt continues for a car. Let's move over to something that something more in our price range. So this is a 2002. Honestly, not even really that interested. Oh my gosh. Oh, gross. Oh, look at all this. Ew, and the hair. Oh, I don't even want to be in here. Looks like there's some bottle cap collection. Let's see if it starts. But man, this thing's beat up. I wonder though, how good if we could clean this up a little bit. That's a bit of an issue. Anyway, I'm not too serious about this, but I saw it here, and like I said, this thing isn't worth anything. We looked at the car at the auction, and honestly, I wasn't even that interested. It was a 2002, super bad condition. The only thing that sparked my interest, or I was kind of interested in it, was that it was the 1.8T, the turbo, so that is definitely a plus. And unfortunately, it was an automatic, so that was kind of what was pushing me away. Now I watched the auction. Turns out I bought it. I bought the car for 600 bucks. So here we go. 1, 2, 3. Wah, wah, wah. So here we go. We bought the 2002 Jetta wagon. Okay, got the trailer already set up. The front lip on this is already ripped off, so we don't even have to worry about that. This is our, like I said, 2002. It's got 179,000 miles in case you missed the other video. I know it's at night. It's probably doing this a favor, honestly. $600. 600 bucks. I think 600 bucks is worth it. Okay, so we bought the car, we brought it home, and the first thing I wanted to do was clean the car up just a little bit. I wanted to drive the car, you know, start kind of driving it smaller distances and figure out kind of what was wrong with it, but I just couldn't with all that trash. So step number one was to clean it up just a little bit, take off the roof rack, do that kind of stuff, and just to make it just a little bit better and a lot cleaner. Well, I wanted to drive this tomorrow, but there's kind of one problem. Look at all of this trash. Just so much trash, so much filth. It's disgusting. I mean, look at this. It looks like we, what the? P90X. All right. Anyway, we gotta clean this out so I don't feel disgusted driving this tomorrow. There's a couple of stickers and decals that I want to peel off, and obviously the auction stickers. Basically, I just want to clean this up just a little bit. Okay guys, does it look any better? Not sure. I meant to take off that front plate, but so this was basically, I mean, it's too dark for me to really clean this good, but the idea was to at least just pick up the trash, vacuum it out. So we're not, so I'm not sitting in trash. Back, there's still dog hair, but like I said, when I have a little bit more time and it's in the daylight, I mean, this compared to before, get some light. Compared to before, I mean, this is night and day difference, and it's not even that clean. We also got the roof rack off, which is nice. So there was a little bit of a gap here. I spent quite a bit of time going to the junkyard and getting kind of parts here and there, just small stuff. But in this next clip, you'll kind of see where the car is at after, I think it was like a week or two. So as you see now, this is what is called a fishbowl, the fishbowl effect. So I debated about doing this, but I actually scraped off all of the window tint, and that was quite the job. I had to come in here, and it peeled off initially pretty easy, but then there was a layer of adhesive that was behind. Anyway, just the task of peeling off old tint. The main reason was here in the back. It was just so blurry. From the outside, it didn't look bad. It definitely gave privacy, but it definitely was purple. And I don't think it looked that great, so I cleaned it up. Now, the car itself is kind of dirty because I've been driving it. But there's a couple other things that we did. Mainly what we did is just fill in and get all of the pieces that were missing. So when we got it, it didn't have a front lip. This, I think it was this driver's side vent was missing. And I think that was actually pretty much it on the outside. The wheels, tires, it doesn't look that great, and we're gonna change that in this video. I mean, I took the seats out, both front and back seats were out, came out. You can't really see the back. But yeah, we cleaned in here. If you guys remember, I mean, the floors were just covered in dirt. And we cleaned the carpet pretty good. We cleaned the headliner. All of that turned out pretty good. Now the other thing that we did was change this head unit. Now this doesn't look fancy, and that's because it's not. This is the OEM head unit. So I originally tried to get the double din like monsoon head unit from Volkswagen, and I got one actually from the junkyard. But the wiring isn't set up for that. I think it's maybe even the years, or just simply that this didn't come equipped with it. So it was easier just to get this one. Here we go. We got a set of wheels. So this is going to be what is kind of the main point of this video, at least what I think is going to make the biggest difference, is we got a set of Long Beach classic Mark IV wheels. Now surprisingly, these were a little harder to get than I anticipated. I was kind of kicking myself because I had a set of these when I had the GTI. I bought a set because I needed a spare tire, and it was, anyway, I bought a set of wheels and tires for 60 bucks, ended up selling them for like 150 because I sold the car, didn't really need them. And then I couldn't find anything. I mean, it took me literally 3-4 weeks of just always being on Facebook Marketplace and the classifieds to even just find someone selling these. I couldn't even find them in junkyards. They just didn't exist. Finally, I was able to pick up a set of wheels, just the wheels, for 100 bucks. That's not too bad. And I got these tires for 100 bucks too. So definitely more expensive than the last time I had these, but for the set, 200 bucks, not too bad at all. And we are going to take off these 15-inch. Surprisingly, these tires are really good. they're almost new, and what's kind of funny is they're the same tire as these. Same exact brand, tire, everything. Kind of funny. The second thing we're doing is check it out. Lowering springs. Now here's what's crazy. If we look at these and examine them, there's not going to be a brand. There's not going to be anything. These I just picked off of eBay. Guess how much these were? $57. $57. I think it was like $60 to have them shipped. As far as like total. So total to get these to my house, $60. What are the chances they ride well? Not sure. How different can they really be, honestly? But so we have the 2 in the back, 2 in the front. Okay, here's a comparison between the 2. Here's the OEM and then the Chinese. So you can see Chinese is smaller. Height-wise, they're about the same. It's a little bit shorter here. I think, I imagine this is more of a progressive spring, because putting on the other side, it seemed a lot easier to get everything together, whereas this seems to have a little bit more tension. And also, these struts have been replaced at some point, because that's not OEM. So they're actually, the struts aren't too bad. After having these on, they probably will be. But this side came off real easy, no big deal. We'll just keep working. Okay, and here's the difference between the back. It seems actually a little bit more drastic, I guess you might say. But yeah, so there you go. Okay, so the whole idea of this is to show the transformation of the car in one video. So here we go. Here's the big unveil. $600. Take a look at it now. Tell me what you think. I'm sure already guessed my opinion on this. For $600, I don't know of another car that I'd rather be driving. So that is the Mark IV wagon, all cleaned up in one video. Tell me what you guys think. Hit the subscribe button if you made it this far. You're a fan. Consider yourself a fan. So hit subscribe, the like button, and put down in the comments what you think. Thanks, guys. Thanks for watching.